What's up, y'all? It's Worm, fearlessly the Ringworms, and I am a big fat liar. Sort of. The other day, I was talking to Princess Murder on the phone or on Skype or something, and I don't remember what exactly we were talking about, but I said that I had never been in a fight. And, yeah, that was a big fat lie. I didn't do it on purpose, I just forgot, you know? Getting a little older, I used to smoke a lot of pot back in the day. I forget shit sometimes. But I was going through some of my old pictures the other day, and I came across some of me when I was over in Europe. And as soon as I saw those, I was like, oh, yeah, I did get in a fight. Sort of. Because I'm an American, and that's how we roll. We don't fight here. We'll just come to your country and get drunk and fight you there. But I guess I should explain why I was in Europe to begin with. My mom had gotten remarried to a Hungarian guy, and she wanted me to go over there to meet what was going to be my stepbrother and stepsisters. And it was like my senior year. Yeah, it was my senior year in high school. I was 18. So I was like, man, I don't want to waste my summer going over there because I was an idiot. And I didn't really know the guy she was marrying. I wasn't really that a big fan of him because I was young and kind of a dick. So all I knew is he was kind of a quiet guy, and he was kind of awkward, and he had a weird accent. But he ended up being, we ended up getting pretty close. He passed away a little over a year ago, but we got pretty close, and he turned out to be a really awesome guy. And but so eventually she talked me into going over there, and I didn't want to go really because I thought it would be more fun to just hang out here and get drunk with my friends and whatever. And plus I didn't know anything about Europe. The only thing I knew about Europe was a lot of girls don't shave. That was that was the extent of my knowledge. And it was kind of funny when we flew over there. We had a stop in I think we stopped in Amsterdam we had a small layover. But the the first thing I saw when I get off the plane is this like 30-ish year old lady, and she's got a baby in one arm and a camera, and she's like, hey, can you take a picture for me? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And she hands me the camera. I mean, she has so much pit hair. It looked like she had a poodle under her arm or something. So, I mean, that was my first experience with European women. I was like, oh, man, the rumors are true. None of them shave. This is going to be so gross. They're all going to be all furry and hairy and ugh. But it turns out they weren't, including one little blonde girl. But we'll leave that one alone. So we get to Hungary, and I meet my stepbrother and my stepsisters, and they turned out to be really, really awesome people. My sister actually lives down in Texas now, about an hour from my mom, and I think I'm gonna go down over in July at some point, or no, August. Sorry, to hang out with her. But so I get to meet them, and we're hanging out. We're going to all these house parties, and just they're showing me around. And Hungary is an awesome place. It is really pretty over there. There are a lot of hot ass chicks there. Not that I had much luck. I had enough luck, but not. And but anyway, the time I was over there at like the perfect time because they were having this massive music festival, and I mean I'm not exaggerating. This fucking thing, it was just huge. And I mean over here, every once in a while there'll be a big one that you go to, where there's several bands. Maybe it's like a 2-day thing, but over here it's normally you get there in the morning or afternoon or whatever. There's a couple bands play. It gets late. Everyone goes home and comes back again. That's not how this big festival works. I think it's called Saget or something like that. They do it every year. It's on an island. But how they do it is I think it's like a week long, maybe. But so you show up in the morning on the first day or whatever, and you can go see a band, you know, hang out, go dance, do whatever. And they got all kinds of stuff. They got like rock, rap, electronic junk. I mean, just anything, that any sort of music genre that you're into, they have. And but anyway, so you get there, you go see a band, and then they get done. It's not like, okay, now I gotta wait for them to come up, reset the stage and everything. No, you just leave that stage and go and walk into another circus tent, because they have it set up so someone is always playing. I mean, a band could end at 3 o'clock in the morning. You go over to another tent, there's another one that just fucking started, and they're gonna play for 5 more hours. I mean, it was ridiculous. There's some of the people there that like literally got there the first day, brought a tent, and that's all they did for that entire week. Is just hung out and got just completely plastered, and then did it all over again. And I mean, the porta johns here, dude, I've been in some bad ones. I would never, ever, ever do a sniff episode in one of these things. I mean, I can tell you what they smelled like. They smelled like death. I mean, that was it. They smelled like death and poop, and that was it was so bad. But I went once with my brother, and then I went once with it was one of my stepdad's medical colleagues' kids or something. And then the last night, the night that I got into my sort of fight, I went with my sister, and we had been there for a long time. I was plastered, and we were in like a electronic tent or whatever, and all of a sudden I was like, oh man, I gotta pee. And so I didn't want to use one of the porta johns, obviously, so I went and found a tree, and I was put my hand up against it. I was sitting there, and my mom had gotten me this like chain wallet type deal. It was just this little pouch that I could put my money in, then it wrapped around my belt loop and stuff so no one could steal it. So I'm sitting there taking a leak, and all of a sudden I feel something brush up against my ass. That's not okay. I don't know if dude was trying to pickpocket me or just cop a feel. Either way, I'm not okay with it. So I turn around, you know, dick in hand and everything, and there's this guy leaning over with his hand out trying to get my wallet. I punched this dude so hard that I fell over, he fell over, and then he got up and scrambled away, and something cracked. I don't know if it was something in my hand or his jaw. I hope it was his jaw, but I don't know. But my pinky and my ring finger knuckles were purple for the remainder of my trip. Luckily, my mom had only been there for 11 days. I stayed the full 22. So she wasn't there, so I didn't have to explain it to her. But yeah, so I guess it technically counts as a fight, sort of. So there you go. There's the story of the one and only time that I have ever been in a fight. Hope you guys liked it. I'll see y'all later.